I've been waiting on your call all day, babe.
I'm sorry, I got caught up with work.
It's okay. Has your leave been approved at the office?
In addition to being the boss's secretary, I'm also getting married to his son in a week, so yeah, they don't have a choice.
Huh, you're right, they don't. So, how many months were you granted?
2. That's 1 whole month more than I requested. I'm super excited.
Oh, I was kind of hoping they'd give you 5 months off.
5 months? Jeez, Jamar, I can't stay that long off work. My brain will literally die from lack of activity.
That's how desperate I am to finally have you as my wife.
I see. You'll have me forever and ever, Jamar. But as long as the honeymoon is concerned, you'll have to deal with what you're given.
Fine, I'll manage 2 months. But I'll have to talk with Dad about your position at the office. My wife cannot be my father's secretary. That's a demeaning job.
But it pays well, and I don't even do too much. My entire job description is to keep his books and manage his schedule. Be with him at meetings and all. I frankly prefer that to any other position in this office.
I guess you're right about the job being less stressful than others.
Also, it will be safer for someone in the family to be his secretary. You know these little girls frolicking around and posing as secretaries just to gain the attention of rich CEOs and bosses? They may even steal his money or unalive him.
Right?
Yeah. That's why I'd like to keep my present job. Thank you.
You have a point there. But I still feel uncomfortable with it. Maybe I'll tell Dad to get a new secretary while you work as her supervisor or something. I just want to ease you in your new position as the wife of the incoming CEO of Thompson & Sons.
You're very funny, Jamar.
I mean it. You're royalty now.
I'll try and get used to that.
That's my girl. So, when are we gonna meet up?
Tonight or tomorrow morning, maybe? Because my leave starts tomorrow and I have to tidy up some things at the office, so I'll be working overtime today.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
My boss just called. He needs me to fix up something for him ASAP.
Your boss?
Dad. Dad.
Gosh, you're so clumsy, Tessa.
Oh, please. Everything is happening so quickly, and I'm trying to get used to my new status. So spare me.
Alright. We'll talk later then?
Yeah. Bye, Jamar.
Bye, Tess. Love you. Riverbrook Hotel, the penthouse, 7 p.m. tonight. That's where the meeting will be held.
The meeting? What meeting?
Stop playing dumb, Tessa.
I thought we discussed this, Richard. What we had was fun while it lasted, but it's over now. I'll be married to your son in a week.
You forget too quickly, don't you, Missy? I made this happen. Jamar wouldn't have noticed you if it wasn't for me. I put you on his radar.
I understand, and I'm grateful, but that is all in the past now. We need to move on.
There is no moving on until I say so. You have a golden ticket to a life of luxury right in front of you. This is something so many girls would die for. But I'm handing it to you for free, and you're whining like a broken alarm clock.
I'm no longer comfortable with this arrangement, Richard. It's dirty and evil.
Oh, so now you know it's evil. You didn't think it was dirty when you took my money and my son?
I'm sorry, but I can't. I've fallen in love with Jamar for real. I would really love to stay loyal to him.
It's too late for that now. I made you, Tessa, and I can break you too. I just need you to remember that.
Richard!
Say one more word, and I'll call Jamar and reveal your true colors to him. I dare you. I thought as much. Now get pretty and meet me there. And don't be tardy.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, Tessa. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
And Jamar? I hope your honeymoon is going well.
Yes, it is. Jamar's sleeping fine right beside me. You may have startled him a little bit with your calls.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's just, I've been thinking. I should be the one beside you right now, not my spineless son.
What? How can you even say that to me right now, Richard? I am on my honeymoon with your son.
I'm sorry, okay? It's just so hard to let go of something that has been so deeply ingrained in my heart and soul.
Do you know how hard it was for me to get past the part where the priest asked if anyone had a reason why Jamar and I shouldn't be joined in matrimony? I almost peed my pants trying to wave the thought that someone could jump out of the crowd and reveal our secret.
I knew none of that would happen. We've been very careful.
I don't care about that. I just got married and I don't intend to get divorced anytime soon. We are done.
I want us to meet up.
Are you still talking?
Yeah, tonight.
No!
This will be the last time we ever see each other, I promise. Cross my heart.
I told you, Richard. I'm done with this. I'm done with you. I'm married now. Leave me alone.
Come on, Tessa. Don't forget that you are who you are today because of me.
You've told me this a million times already, and I have thanked you from my heart. What more do you want?
A deal. Meet up with me one last time tonight, and we'll bury this thing like it never happened. I'll never tell Jamar, and he'll never know unless you tell him. Again, I cross my heart.
Oh, are you sure?
You know me. I am a man of my word.
After today, we'll only relate as father-in-law and daughter-in-law. Promise?
I promise.
Good. Now I just have to figure out how to get away from Jamar. Get my flight ready.
Oh, no, there will be no need for a flight.
Huh?
I'm in the hotel you guys are lodged at right now. I'm in the penthouse right now.
Oh my God!
So 7 p.m. it is.
Hi, Richard. I know we agreed never to contact each other privately again, but I have some news, and it's quite urgent.
What do you want, Tessa?
Are you still upset with me?
Of course. Why shouldn't I be? You insulted and made a fool out of me. I reserve my right to annoyance.
How can you be upset because we prayed for forgiveness?
You made me, Richard Thompson, kneel with you beside the bed and pray, just after we finished making out. Do you know how demeaning that was?
I did not mean for you to feel insulted, but it was the right thing to do in that moment. We had to ward away karma. But I guess that prayer didn't work because I'm pregnant.
What?
I found out while Jamar and I were on our cruise yesterday. I'm so scared right now.
Did you do what I asked you to do that night?
Yes, I got with Jamar after I left you.
You don't have a problem then.
This is not funny, Richard. This child may be yours, and if it is, Jamar will divorce me.
There's nothing wrong with that. You'll simply return to the slum you came from.
Richard!
But none of that is going to happen, okay? Cheer up.
I'm trying.
Have you told Jamar about the pregnancy?
Did you not hear me? We were on a cruise when we found out I was pregnant.
How did he react?
He was so happy and quickly took me to get tested. Seeing the sheer joy on his face made me feel even worse.
Nah, don't worry about it. The baby will be Jamar's.
What if it isn't?
I'm Jamar's father, and our DNAs match. That means it will match with the baby's. So you see, everything is still in place.
I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
I was alive for 37 years before you were born, Tessa. That just goes to say that I know how things work.
So you're saying I should keep the baby?
Go with the flow, my dear. If Jamar's happy with being a father, what's the harm?
I just need you to promise me that you will take responsibility for this child if it turns out to be yours.
Nah, I'm too old for that now. I'm done raising kids. However, I'm more than happy to be a granddad.
You can't say that, Richard. We had a thing together.
From now on, I only know you as my daughter-in-law. So keep me out of your personal business. By the way, congrats on your new baby.
Happy holidays, Mama! Happy holidays to you too, Michelle. How are you, my darling? I'm splendid, Mom. You? I'm good. How's the baby? Delaney? OMG, she's gonna break my eardrums with her crying. Ugh, I never knew being a mother was this hard. I told you. I'm just stuck at home these days. I can't travel anymore or do my photography. I'm super bored. I guess you have a million pictures of Delaney by now. Is there anything else to do around here? Kevin won't even let me lift a finger. Anyway, I'll bring her over to yours this holiday so she can drive you nuts as well. I'll be much obliged. Kevin and I will be coming too, so you're gonna be feeding 3 extra mouths. Your siblings and aunt are here already, so there's no problem at all. My house and my heart is big enough for everyone. That's great, because Kevin and I have so many fun activities planned for the family. Typical. Yes, there will be a lot of games and stuff, but the highlight for me has to be the DNA-based ancestry testing. Oh my god, it'll be so fun! You say what? DNA-based ancestry testing! Haven't you heard of it? I heard you the first time, Michelle. I'm just trying to figure out why we would need that. It's not like we need it, Mom. It's just for fun. I want us to have an ancestry tree. Huh? What's that? I'm surprised you've not heard of it yet. It's the in thing now. You used to be hot on trends, Mom. But I guess you're too old now. It's not funny, Michelle. I'm just saying that there is no need to waste money on test kits. We all know our ancestry, right? So we can design a simple, good old family tree. No, Mom. I want the genealogy test. Why do you want it so bad? I'll tell you. So Kevin's sister and her husband did it with their family, and guess what? Their lineage was traced all the way back to Africa. Oh, wow. Exactly. So I want to try it for our family. Who knows where ours will be? China, India, Korea? I want to find out. My family is of Asian descent. There, you have your answers. Let's do a normal family tree like a normal family and get this over with. Your lineage doesn't really count much here. You know that, right? I need Dad tested. This whole DNA testing thing is totally unnecessary, Michelle. But I've told Dad and he's fine with it. What? Kevin has also bought the test kits, so I can't let our money go to waste. I'm sorry. Michelle, you're gonna waste resources. I'll take that as a yes. No, it's not. See you when we arrive, Mama. Kisses. Jamar, are you aware of Michelle's new shenanigan?
You mean the DNA-based testing thing?
Yes.
It's not a shenanigan, it's genius. I, for one, have always wanted to know where my ancestors came from. I'm so glad I get to find out now. In fact, I'm just as excited as the kids are about it.
And you approved of it without telling me first.
Come on, Tessa. I saw no harm in it. It's just a DNA and some forensics. Hurts no one.
DNA testing is the wrongest thing to be doing with money right now.
Wrongest?
You know what I mean. There are homeless children everywhere who have not eaten a single full meal in ages. That money can go to them instead of buying test kits for everyone in the family.
That's not an excuse, Tessa. You know we're fully involved in charity. My foundation takes care of all that. So if my adult daughter wants to discover her ancestry, who am I to say no?
She'll be wasting money, Jamar.
When has money ever been the problem? Hello? You're talking to the CEO of Thompson & Sons. Even Michelle's husband is a wealthy businessman. We can afford test kits for the entire community if we feel like it. It's just a fun activity for the whole family since they're all coming for the holidays. Let it rest, Tessa.
But Michelle just had a baby. The money can go into a trust fund for future, you know?
Hold up. Are you trying to avoid DNA testing, or am I missing something here?
I'm not avoiding anything, Jamar. I'm just being a concerned mother.
It's always suspicious anytime you get overly concerned or evasive like this. That's how you lied to me that I was your first when I clearly wasn't.
In my heart, you were. The other man was a mistake. Besides, that was 2 decades ago.
Same thing.
You said you forgave me, though.
Of course I did. But this is how you acted then as well. It's only natural for me to be alarmed now. Or are any of the kids not mine?
How can you even ask that, Jamar? All the kids are definitely yours.
Okay, I believe you.
You do?
Okay, now you're being creepy. What do you mean by asking me if I really believe you? Should I be worried about something?
No, it's nothing. I was just pulling your leg.
Well, thank goodness for that. Now relax and let the kids do what they want, will you? Hi, Tessa. How are you doing?
I never thought I'd be happy to see a text from you, Richard. But I'm so glad you called in. I'm a nervous wreck right now, and I really needed someone to talk to.
I understand. Are the kids home yet?
They're on the way, but Michelle says they're close. I've not been able to get out of this bathroom all day. I feel like my chest is locking up. I can't even breathe anymore.
Just take a deep breath. You'll be fine.
What if the test comes back as you being Michelle's father? How do I face my husband? My life will be ruined, Richard. You have to help me.
I wish I could, but I'm a much older man now. There's basically nothing I can do on my own to help this situation without inevitably involving Jamar. And that is what we're trying to avoid. We just have to sit back, cross our fingers, and hope for the best.
It's too risky. We have to do something now.
You had the option to either wait for the results to come back, or have the hard talk with your husband and risk getting divorced. You chose the former, and you've come too far to go back now. You just have to wait and see how it pans out.
Oh, I'm literally rolling on pins and needles, just waiting for the results. I'm scared.
If tears could fix anything, I'd be crying silly by now. You're not the only one whose reputation is at stake. Mine is too. All I've built for several decades is on the line.
You know, it would have been easier to bear this if it happened, say, 20 years ago. But not now. Stakes are much higher now. I can't give up the luxury, the money, the fame. I'm invested in my marriage and my kids. I can't lose them now.
In the beginning, I was so sure nothing could go wrong. But looking back now, I just feel the pang of guilt in my heart. I wronged Jamar and kept it a secret for so long. I'm scared my son may hate me forever after this. But I guess it's time for karma to take its course.
You're not making this any better, Richard. You're scaring me. Michelle just texted me. Oh, they're here. I have to go now. Wish me luck. You won't believe what happened, Richard. The results came out positive. Jamar is Michelle's father. Oh my god, I'm over the moon with joy. I can now sleep and eat and take walks again. Thank you for encouraging me to keep the secret. Oh, I would have ruined my entire life when there was really nothing to be worried about. Gosh, I swear I would have fainted if it came out otherwise. I feel like I've been touched by an angel. Like I'm literally in the bathroom right now doing a happy dance.
Oops.
Excuse me? Did you just say oops?
I'm sorry, Tessa.
Sorry? What could you possibly be sorry for? Talk to me!
I may have let it slip to Jamar that we had an affair, and Michelle might be my daughter.
You did what?
I'm so sorry. I caved into the guilt and the fear. I just couldn't take it anymore. It felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. I just had to spill the beans and free my heart.
Oh no! Richard, no! You've ruined me!
I didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to what? Could you not have waited a little bit more? What happened to facing the situation like a man?
I'm sorry. You have to forgive me. Jamar already cut ties with me and blocked my contact. You can't do the same, at least for the sake of my grandkids and great-grandchild.
What kids are you even talking about? The ones I'm about to lose due to your foolishness and cowardice?
I never meant to hurt you, Tessa. I just had to do what was best for me.
You being alive alone hurts me. I'm in deep trouble right now, and it's all your fault. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You get over your shame as you grow older, Tessa. Regret is not an option at my age.
You will pay for this. I swear you will pay.
Calm down, please. This is not the end of the world. I'm sure we can figure something out.
It's too late for that now. Jamar is calling me.
Well, go on, answer him.
I will. But you won't know what hit you if I lose my marriage because of you.
Tessa, where are you?
I'm sorry, Jamar.
When were you gonna tell me? You slept with my father, Tessa. Multiple times. When were you gonna tell me?
I don't have an excuse. I'm just so sorry. Please forgive me.
Come out of that bathroom and face me.
No, I can't do that.
You were so agitated about the genealogy testing. You stopped eating and sleeping. You became evasive and kept running into the bathroom. It all makes sense now. You lying, cheating scumbag. I never want to see you again.
I never meant to hurt you, Jamar. It's just, I needed a job to help pay my mother's medical bills at the time. But I didn't have an education, so he offered me the job on other qualifications. But it was only once, I swear, and it was for the money.
Only once, Tessa? Really?
Okay, maybe twice or 3 times. I don't know. But I stopped once I got enough money to save my mother.
You're still lying to me, Tessa. I know you had an affair with my father even during our honeymoon. You've been trickle-truthing the entire duration of our marriage. You disgust me. Come out of the bathroom or I'll break the door down.
No, please don't hurt me.
It's fine. There's no need to chase you around. Just know that this marriage is over.
The Thompson family's ancestry was traced all the way to Japan, but it did not matter anymore. There was no family. Michelle and her siblings found themselves tossed carelessly into an emotional hailstorm following this incident, and that too on the day they hoped to create a lasting monument. The breakup was especially difficult for Michelle, whose model marriage just hit the rocks. She, however, found consolation in her husband, Kevin, and their daughter, Delaney. Together, they tried to provide the support Jamar desperately needed. But nothing they did was working. Jamar was an emotional wreck. The betrayal was weighing in heavily on him, and it affected everything he did, including the company. He really loved Tessa, and wasn't expecting the horror he had to face. However, he knew he had to move on somehow. So he swiftly excommunicated Richard and divorced Tessa without a settlement of any kind. But that still wasn't enough, and he basically lost the zeal to life. Meanwhile, Tessa faced the consequences of her actions with a fury. Consumed by outrage, she stormed to Richard's house, unleashing a torrent of obscenities. The confrontation took a dark turn, resulting in a violent incident where Tessa, in a fit of rage, stabbed Richard severely with a kitchen knife. The police swiftly intervened, leading to Tessa's arrest on charges of assault and attempted murder. Unfortunately, Richard passed on 2 days later while admitted to the hospital. This took Tessa's case a notch higher, from attempted murder to first-degree murder. And you know what that means in the court of law. Following this, the family made a unanimous decision to distance themselves from Tessa, as she clearly belonged in a mental facility. The shock quickly shook Jamar out of his self-pity, and he was ready to face life again. The first thing he did was to rebrand the family company, ultimately erasing all traces of Richard's influence. Then he invested more of his time into his family, nurturing his grandchild and offering guidance to his adult children. As the years passed, all memory of Tessa slowly faded away, and the Thompson family returned to living their normal, peaceful lives.